We directed the show Peter Pan and the Great Unknown back in 2016.
Yeah, back in 2006.
The olden days, the times were light and happy. Margaret's been improvising for many, many hours. 5 hours. She still wanted to host though.
They still really did.
All right, we're just gonna get into it.
Great, excellent.
And at the end of the show, they'll tell you more about this, why we're doing this.
Great,
But
yes,
we're just gonna
let's
do the
that.
show.
Let's get a suggestion to start us off.
Yes.
Or we could tell them what Peter Pan, the improv show, is all about.
No, we'll
Okay.
figure it out.
Figure it out. So what is something that the Lost Boys could be like obsessed with?
That would exist.
That would
in
exist
Neverland.
in Neverland, not like a fidget spinner. Donuts? Just keep saying things.
Gold.
Gold. Keep saying
Gold.
things.
Money.
Like money.
Like gold. Like actual.
Like actual
gold.
shiny
Gold.
gold. Nice.
Gold. Gold. Lost Boys obsessed with gold.
Nice.
I
forgot the other one.
Yeah. What's a really great thing about being an adult, about being a grown-up?
Voting.
Driving.
Voting. Oh. Okay, so like travel,
Eating whatever you want.
eating whatever you want,
Staying up late.
staying up late.
Driving.
Traveling. I like the idea of being able to transport yourself really fast as an adult.
Driving.
Transportation. You would that you will. Being a grown up, getting around.
Getting around and being responsible about it.
All right, you guys ready? Ready to do the show?
Yeah.
Sound like you're ready. The lights come up. Peter Pan and the Great Unknown.
At night, before you fall asleep, you might see it for just a moment. Neverland, an enchanted island in the stars of the Milky Way, and reached always at the time of sunrise. If you put your ear to the ground now, you would hear the whole island seething with life. On this evening, the chief forces of Neverland are disposed as follows. Running through the forest are the Lost Boys, dressed in animal skins, tattered trousers, clutching weapons and toys alike, whose obsessive lust for adventure and blood would be disturbing if it weren't so adorable. Hiding in the brush are the beasts, creatures of kindness or malice, depending on what mood you find them in. Floating far above are the fairies, little sillies tripping along with the wind and the leaves, made of the magical rosy that lives in the laughter of children. Stalking the shores of Neverland are the pirates, led by Captain James Hook. This brood of mad buccaneers is uneducated, unbothered. Oh, excepting the captain, of course. He was splendid today. Wow, what amazing arms and hands. Oh my, who's that? Whose shadow dances with glee along the sunny mountaintop? Whose whims become law? Whose adventures become stories that all will remember save for him? Why, it's the one child in all of creation that will never, ever, ever grow up. Peter Pan, mad boy of mischief, mayhem, and the stories of Neverland are as numerous as the stars. But there is one in particular which you will see tonight. In fact, starting right now.
Sometimes, when you're a child, you press your hands against your eyes real hard and see the colors that appear behind the lids of your eyes. Sometimes when you press very hard, you see not random colors, but a distant shore teeming with life.
With blues and greens and yellows like the gold of some sunken treasure. As you zoom in, there beams in front of your eyes. Neverland.
It's beautiful. One of the most beautiful places you've ever seen. The sand gleams because it's
so shiny with different little tiny crystals. If you were to grab a handful of it, it would just shine and almost blind you. In fact, if we zoom in on the Mermaid Lagoon, there you see the Jolly Roger parked. That's right, parked at the lagoon.
The Jolly Roger was an enormous vessel, the fastest vessel in all the 7 seas. It could go faster than any other ship, and it did quite often outrun different government officials and other pirate ships.
On its side were carved the names of every member that ever crewed that ship, and beside those names were a number of skulls, and those skulls represented the number of beasts, kids, creatures, men, and whatever they had slain.
The pirates today are atop the ship, swashbuckling and running into each other as they often did.
Oh, stay a long way. Smell that salt air, boys.
Smell.
It's the smell of movement. Although we're not moving right now. We's parked.
Scrum, boils. We have to make sure the deck is squabbed and clean for the captain.
Oh, it's gotta be clean for the captain. Gotta be pristine for the captain. Gotta be all sheen for the captain.
What is it in your mind? Are you making fun of our duty to the captain?
Not making fun of our duty to the captain, I'm just making fun of the attention to detail. It's quite intense.
Well, as his first mate, it is my duty to make sure we do every task, hence my very long list.
Oh, first mate bad too, but not the list again.
Captain Hook's first mate was indeed named Bad Tooth, named for one particular molar in the back of his mouth that always gave him agony and pain whenever disorder was around him.
No, never mind. Yeah, back you go. This one, all right.
The Metalbirds were pesky creatures, constantly attacking the pirate ship, looking for any scraps of food they could find aboard the ship.
Just wash the deck and now there's bird poop everywhere.
I'll clean it!
Oh, good.
Hey, Boyles, your grandfather's skull say anything to you this morning?
It says today's gonna be a good day!
The grandfather's skull ain't talk much, but when he does, it's always right.
Now, Boyle, it was true, carried the skull of his grandfather atop the staff. But when his grandfather was alive, his pirate name was also Skull. So it worked out.
Right, gotta get to scrubbing. Scrum's gotta scrub.
What?
All right, that's how it is.
Oh, Captain's coming up. Captain's coming up. Get in the line.
Captain's coming up. No.
Good morning, Captain.
Oh, beautiful day.
You look extra lovely this morning, Captain. Your hair is gleaming, your sneer is sneering, and your hook is quite gleaming this morning.
Also, you're having a really great hair.
Behold Captain Hook, the fiercest pirate that ever lived. Killed many other pirates' children and other creatures alike. He was a beautiful specimen as well, paying much attention to his hair and his hook, shining it every day.
The captain was an Eton man. He had gone to college there many years ago. As as he was also fancy and considered himself well-read and a man of manners. But that had not prevented him from losing his hook once long ago in a fight with Peter Pan. His hand was lopped off and eaten by a crocodile, making him an Eton man in another way. And ever since that day, he's had but one fear: the tick-tocking of that crocodile, who also ate a clock, and pursued him ever since.
The sunrise was particularly beautiful this morning.
Yes, Dick.
Yeah.
Beautiful. It's like your smile.
I finished reading Kafka this morning.
Did it change you?
Yes. You know, the country doctor was really quite a piece of work. Now I've noticed the ship is not suited to my personal preferences.
Oh, because I was getting a bigger Because I was getting a bigger scrub here. Because I wanted it scrubbed even with a wider surface area so as to do it better.
You don't understand why I'm repeating that word.
Because I'm lazy?
Because is a word meaning excuse. Because of this, because of that. There is no because. I could have said because of this and because of this.
The pirate! Master Captain Hook hated excuses! Whenever he heard them, he grew with rage and would punish his pirates accordingly.
What's my punishment today, Jack?
Your punishment today is to do the jig.
Not the jig, Jack! Anything but the jig!
Not the jig, my eyes can't take it. I want a jig.
Oh, my soul! Forgive me, brother! Forgive me, Father!
Careful the spinners!
For having seen the jig of their shipmate. The Lost Boys were frolicking across the island amongst a nest of yellow nuggets they had found in the ground.
What luck we've had today, lads!
Yes, so much luck.
Yeah!
Yeah.
A nest of yellow nuggets just for ourselves!
Whoa.
The prettiest, mightiest, but fattest little birds that live on Neverland!
Wow, Smiley, this is really amazing out here. I can't believe a nest full of nuggets all for us.
Smiley, you're so good at finding nuggets.
Yeah, well, when I'm hungry, all my hunger senses get heightened. And that's mainly my nose.
Smiley is aptly named, mostly because he smiles a lot, of course, but also because of a facial disease which locks him into smiling forever. Even if he was cured, he still wouldn't frown a single day.
Oh, I wonder if these little nuggets would fit in my slingshot. Let me just pick one up and put it inside there.
Max was ironically named as he had the worst sense of direction of any Lost Boy. Max.
All right, I'm gonna shoot it towards the north-south.
And then there was Roger.
Come on, Roger, aren't you happy? We found some gold Roger always had something wrong. Whether it be a stomach ache, he'd lost his favorite button, or the fact that he always was the slowest but the absolute favorite of the Lost Boys. Roger, I don't understand you. Here we are in a little boy's paradise. Every adventure we could possibly want. You're always lacing around and complaining about things.
What do you mean lacing about?
Today is the stomach ache. Yesterday you said your nose hurt.
Roger, eat that chameleon. I hear they're good for stomach ache. And so Roger did, because Roger, when given a direction, always took it. And that's why Peter loved him the best.
Oh, it tastes like garbage.
Doesn't your stomach feel better?
Yeah.
Hey, Smiley. Hey, Roger. Hey, Smiley. Hey, Roger.
What,
Do you think Peter is gonna come in and find us from the easterly quadrant or from the westernly bowels?
What, little children? Do they wish to be eaten by a great beast?
Beast!
A beast with terrible teeth! No! And horrific claws!
Well, too young to die.
And the best bully in the whole world! What are you idiots up to today?
Max was just shooting nuggets, and then I
found, all right over here.
And there he was, Peter Pan. If you've ever seen a spring leaf, the first spring leaf of after winter, all the hope and energy and joy and pride that leaf brings, well, multiply that leaf by 1,000,000, and that was Peter Pan.
And it never aged. It'd be a leaf that never aged, always was bright and new on a tree, because this is the boy who never grew up.
Imagine a spring leaf that never aged. It looks like a little boy full of energy and life. Why, that picture would be perfect.
And imagine if that leaf had other little leaves that hung out with it, but not as good.
Imagine there was an angry twig.
Caverns of gold, did you? Very good. I found gold before, though. I have caverns of gold on Neverland that I know about.
Caverns of gold?
Caverns of gold, caverns of silver, caverns of bronze, gemstones aplenty.
Where, Peter, where?
Gemstones?
Oh, is that pretty big?
This guy is big. It's really big.
I know where it is. I don't have to share.
Peter was the bravest of them, and he was fond of telling stories. Whether they were true or not, he could not tell, and the Lost Boys believed them no matter what.
Peter, you wouldn't share with us? You wouldn't share with Maps and Smiley and Roger?
Maybe a little bit.
Oh.
Someone's a really good boy. Like me. Well, there's a cavern over by where the crocodile lives.
Oh.
There's a nest of fairies above it.
I know that cavern. It's by the icy glacier over on the northerly.
No, it wasn't. It's gotta be the cavern. It's over by the lagoon, but to the north of where the Neverbird lives.
Over the what?
That was great! Good slap, Peter!
60 paces toward the center of the island, 20 paces down the rabbit hole, and then 60 more paces up toward where X marks the spot. We'll be there in at least 2 weeks.
Oh, Max, you.
That's probably wrong.
There's a fairy nest that's great and beautiful, filled with the prettiest fairies. Some of them masculine in form and some of them feminine, but wonderful nonetheless. They all like and respect me quite a lot.
Will you take us to meet the fairies, Peter?
Maybe they can help us to get into that cavern full of gold.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be a fine adventure? And who would provide that adventure for you?
Peter Pan!
Peter Pan!
Peter
The greatest boy who ever lived!
Right, boy. So we don't run into those pirates. So I'm thinking it might be sort of fun. Take a bunch of mosquitoes out of the great forest and put it on the ship.
We'll take those pirates and we'll really show them. I'll point my slingshot right at them and then
I can talk to the mosquitoes, Peter. That's hurt. Meanwhile, the fairies in their fairy nest were doing what fairies do, which is very incomprehensible to us humans.
The fairies were tiny little creatures. Their bodies were so small that they could only contain one emotion at a time.
Time for our afternoon tea. I'm so hungry. Oh,
I can feel whatever's inside my head bouncing around.
Me too. Their nest was high above the perches of the canopy of the forest, and it was gorgeous and beautiful and light and warm.
And for once Peter's story was true, for glowing above them in 1,000 shimmery lights was the refracted glow of nuggets of gold and gemstones all shining down, enhancing the fairy light that was naturally emanating from these three magnificent creatures.
it sounds like bells.
Ding dong, ding dong.
I can hear the bells. Oh, Chrysanthemum, you're looking so beautiful today. Oh, and thank you, Lavender.
What about me, Glitzy? What about me?
You're always asking about yourself. Can't you think of something else for once?
Chrysanthemum, just because you're the prettiest doesn't
There's a never mosquito, which means it's just a mosquito, but we say never in front of it.
Oh, Mr. Never Mosquito, won't you come visit us today? It's been so long. We made some tea.
Did you drink anyone good lately?
I get a lot today.
The mosquito was fat with lost boy blood, round and bulbous.
Ooh, you're so pudgy.
Oh, yes, I love drinking blood and being a glass. As long as you don't drink any of Peter Pan's blood, we love him so and we'd be so angry.
Oh, Larry!
How are you all doing today?
The fairies loved Peter, loved his smell and his energy, and they were revitalized anytime they were near him.
Oh no, it's pretty great.
It's true, the fairies favored them so much that they gave him some of their fairy dust so that he could fly whenever he
Here, Peter.
One of their favorite games was nose glow, and they would shoot up Peter's nose and make it glow.
It's like the fairies playing nose glow again.
Hey, mosquito. Remember I told you you can take my blood whenever you want as long as you do me some favors?
You gonna deal with the mosquito? Awesome!
I ate your leg. But Peter, we want to play a prank on pirates. Will you get all your brothers, sisters, and cousins to get on a boat? What's it for us? All the chocolate cake you want. I'll make it. Okay, well, you can just suck my blood.
You know what? There's a lot of blood on that pirate ship.
Oh, yeah. Who's got blood on that pirate ship?
Captain Hook. You'll know him because he's wearing red, like blood.
It looks like a big old bloody thing.
That's right.
Blood's the only thing I really like.
I don't know what you're saying now.
I'm just talking about how much I like blood. It's pretty fun. Think about.
We need another mosquito to follow this task.
And so the plan was set in motion, and none of the parties here could be left out. So the fairies, the Lost Boys, Peter, and several million mosquitoes made their way to the pirate ship. Meanwhile, on the pirate ship, Captain Hook was holding forth on his philosophical learnings from the night before.
So you see, what happened? What?
Yes, Captain.
Are you listening? Are all you listening? Good. Bring me a tankard of Chardonnay. Now! You see, it's quite important that in the country doctor, you see, the doctor has to go and help someone, but they can't, right? The horse is not there, mysteriously died. Exactly, but I asked for Chardonnay.
I'm colorblind.
No horse, but then horses mysteriously appeared.
The attack began inauspiciously enough. A single mosquito buzzing around the captain, so much that the captain barely noticed.
Thank you. Merci beaucoup. And when the horse appeared, the horse had faces like a skull.
Soon a second mosquito joined the fray.
Hold this for a minute. Do you see the significance?
Next came the fairies, each picking a particular pirate to pick upon. Second to last, the Lost Boys scaled the side of the ship and gave the captain no doubt that it was a full-on, purposeful attack.
Yet we seem to be under siege.
Oh, don't be ridiculous. How can we be under siege?
You can, because Peter Pan has a plan, and that involves picking the pirate's blood and pillaging his pirate ship.
Oh, there's another one. What?
Finally, last but certainly not least, flying in from the clouds above was Peter Pan.
Getting a lot of little pricks, Captain Hook, and the biggest one just arrived. Good one. Let's put another point for you on the scoreboard. Oh, you need to keep count, do you?
2 points!
Get some cat time. Shark. So you alone with the book all day and not a woman because your wife's gone.
1 point for pizza for the low blow!
Cam, don't let Daddy talk to you that
What's
way.
wrong, you old codfish?
Not having fun on the seas?
I'm not old, I'm very youthful for my age.
Oh, really?
Yes, oh really?
What's this part of your face? What's this part of your face?
As they argued, the other million mosquitoes
Wisdom
began
lines.
swarming the center.
Peter! I will have you, Peter. Will you? I will. You. If it weren't for you.
The melee was sticky and terrible as mosquitoes and pirates and lost boys and fairies all mixed it in. The lost boys soon forgetting which side they were on and hitting people with sticks willy-nilly. But all this was merely a background tableau to the real action. When Peter Pan and Hook faced off, they always liked to face off mano a boyo.
If it wasn't for you, I would have my left hand still.
Oh, that's funny.
Wow.
I have a left hand in a wooden box. I shake it when I'm mad.
Everyone thinks of you as this, oh, very nice boy. But I know the truth of you, Peter.
Oh, what's that?
You keep my hand in a box and shake it.
Talking about nice things.
Whoa! I am great.
2 points for Peter! The score is 3-2!
You may think you're great.
Soon all the other fighters became engrossed by the battle and rested to watch it, mosquitoes included. Come on, Peter.
Come on, Peter. I mean, Hook.
It looked like Peter was lost. In fact, he'd been cut. Something that very rarely happened in the history of Neverland. He dropped his tiny little boy sword and began to cry. For it was a boy after all. The Lost Boys, disheartened by Peter's sudden show of emotion, were also easily taken by the pirates.
Put them down.
But Peter's power just began, for he did nothing by halves. He knew he was on the ground, weeping and Peter, normally the epitome of confidence, had been broken, and he did not believe in himself. The only In fact, the only thing that could save Peter now, as Captain Hook's hook came crashing towards him.
Is there a thing that could save him?
There's something that could save him as that happened.
Oh, I see.
Was some surge of belief from somewhere in the universe. And if you believe anyone who happened... Get
He's gone.
Peter fled, leaving the lost boys and the fairies in the clutches. The mosquitoes buzzed off.
Take them below and lock them up.
I like this one. She's going with me.
I don't like this one, but I'll lock him up anyway.
I'm sure Peter has a plan.
Every time I get close to getting Peter, I can only walk. I can only sail my ship. I don't have that mode of transportation.
Dimly lit, dark,
Dark, dank place.
It's a grotto.
Oh, grotto.
I don't think you're getting just how dark. Absence of light sucks joy away from you.
Imagine a leaf in the winter.
Anyway, it's where Peter Pan goes to cry, and it's also where the crocodiles live.
My daughter Lenore! You are growing your scale so wonderfully, daughter! Let me see your teeth, daughter Lenore of mine! You are so beautiful! How many pirates have you bitten today? I'm so proud of you, my daughter! I'm glad of all the eggs, you were the only one that hatched! I'm glad I didn't eat you like the rest. Oh, Lenore, look who it is. It is Peter Pan. You only met him but once when you were a tiny eggshell. He held you in his hands.
He's right, I did. Not having a very good day right now, guys.
How could you, the boy wonder, the only boy who can fly and save Neverland countless times, be sad?
Got cut on my arm.
Why, Peter, you've been cut before. This shouldn't be new to you. You can always just take a leaf and wipe
True.
away.
I don't know, maybe something else with that. Just like trying to have a bit of fun. Torturing the pirates.
Yeah, how it is. Peter, do you think that there's a bigger meaning to your cut life? Perhaps you've lost something of yourself.
Seems a little bit lonely lately. Very lonely, in fact. Don't know.
Peter, you've got all your lost boys. There's no reason to
It's
be
true, they
lonely.
mostly just play with each other. And I'm off exploring the islands, thinking I'll find some new cabin and it'll give my life meaning.
It
just seems like I'm going from one distraction to the next.
Or perhaps, Peter, maybe gold won't make you happy. Maybe the gold nugget is not what you want, but rather good moments of time with your lost boys.
The crocodile was full of wisdom.
Shockingly insightful.
Shockingly, but loved to just pour it out in these key moments. In fact, tended to speak in a tone and with words that sounded like cliches.
You know, there's a golden rule. That is more gold worth more gold than your own weight. It is treat others as the way you would want to be treated.
Really, crocodile, you think this?
Yes, I do. I might bite people, but perhaps I like being bit every now and then. I don't do that every so often, but you must understand that's the only gold you want is by applying the golden rule. It's the only one that's worth
Even
eating.
to mean old Captain Hook.
Even to me, old
Plagued
Captain
me ever since I've been on this island. Though I do enjoy it. I like it.
See? And he likes it too. That's just all a part of
I want to treat other people like I want to be treated. Why did I leave the Lost Boys and the fairies on that pirate ship?
Meanwhile, on the
Very
pirate
nice.
ship, as Peter Pan sealed his resolve. Each pirate and lost boy was getting to know one another.
So you can make cakes.
Yeah, I like to make cakes and all sorts of pudding.
Oh, north, south, east, west.
Yeah.
I don't know, I've always just been happy. Also, I have a disease that forces me to smile all the time.
That's so weird. I have a disease too. Look.
Wow, that's hideous!
Everyone's asking us questions!
Oh, we all know that fairies can lure you in with crazy riddles that rhyme and whatnot. So I'm not going to be talking to you because you might all trade off in some sort of weird sequence you can.
We have a riddle for you.
All right, now you
Too late. What?
I don't remember being young. I think I've always been a pirate.
You don't ever remember being young?
No, I think I have an old soul.
Do you kill people?
I think I stare them into corners and then just keep them there until someone else comes and does the dirty work.
That's cowardly.
Middleman. I'm a middleman pirate.
Is your name Scrum or Scrub?
Well, it's interchangeable depending on who's calling me.
What do you want to be called?
I want to be called Billy.
You would have chosen a different life if you remembered your life before you were a pirate.
You know, I always really like organizing things. I could have been an event planner. I'm looking forward to Hook's birthday. We have a really nice little celebration. I make little appetizers, and there's always a theme and a tablescape.
I make coffee down with whalebone.
Really, Billy? That
Yeah.
sounds delightful.
They're mostly just cubes and spheres.
So you're saying that me holding this skull's kind of creepy?
Yes, it's scary. It makes me think that you are okay with death.
I never saw it that way.
But as beautiful as this equilibrium was, one thing could disrupt it, as it always did. And when I say it, I mean he. Captain Hook came upon the deck. Billy, why are you pointing that sword at me? I thought we were friends.
Shut up, my boss is here.
Sorry, Scrub.
Wonderful, you'll have all the prisoners in fine form.
Yeah.
And the fairies are just hanging out.
Fairies.
We're waiting for someone to ask us questions!
We get bored easily, and this looks like it's a lot of fun.
What's that? What, instead of asking you questions, fairies?
Yes?
What
Sounds
has...
like the beginning of a question.
Let me be careful now. I have presents I could give you. The nectar of flowers.
Oh, I was gonna do that for Thanksgiving.
Oh,
Well, there is enough. I guess things grow.
I'm working on a plan here.
I'm sorry,
What's the
Captain.
plan?
Yeah, tell us, Captain. We love plans and schemes.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm thinking of a statement. I'd like to fly.
Like the flag, it's like a riddle!
Mode of transportation I've never experienced.
So in other words, you're asking us, how could you fly?
I'm saying I would like to. In exchange for gifts.
I like presents.
I have candy,
Ooh.
honeydew, and diamonds.
Ooh.
Fairies, don't help him. You need fairy dust, don't you?
Yes.
We've got lots of that.
I think this is the wrong direction for you to take.
I'm smiling, but I'm terrified of the consequences.
Fairies can fly, and Captain Hook could now fly, which he did instantly, up in the air, over his ship, taunting everyone aboard.
Be careful, Captain!
Yeah,
The captain had finally achieved one mode of transportation he had always lacked: flying. What a refreshing think I had in my cabin. Now I'm back in the air, saying what I'm doing like I like to do. Time to go back to that pirate ship, get my friends to get that whopper.
Hello, Peter.
Captain What are you doing in the sky? This is my territory.
Peter! That's 10 points for Captain Hook! So it's 12-3!
I don't get points for flying.
You already flew before the game started!
Smile jumped down -5.
Oh!
Since you always like to come to my ship, I thought I'd like to come to your air.
Well, it's nice up here, isn't it?
It's very nice. I do like the view.
Feels nice not to be weighed down by all that gravity. Fat bag of bones.
2 points, Peter! We can hear everything clearly down here!
You want to fight in the sky? Is that what you're saying, oh hooky hook hook?
Well, I've got the hook and I've got your blade.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Doesn't seem like a fair fight.
Well, you're the one who left it on my ship.
I don't know, I heard someone was an eaten man, and that meant something besides his eaten hand.
2 points, Peter! 7!
You really do have a mean streak in you, don't you?
I'm the best boy in the world. What are you talking about?
Best at what, though?
Being a boy.
Very vague description, isn't it, Peter?
Doesn't a boy encompass many things? Captain Hook, you were maybe once one.
Oh, I was. And it wasn't until I became a man. I'm moving closer to you again. Have I accomplished anything? You see, one of the benefits of being older is you understand more because we're both so.
Oh, well, that must be nice. You'll also be sad a lot more, probably, and miss things from the past because it's farther away from you.
Peter, that's -1 point. You're losing it. All the pirates are getting restless. They're pushing us towards the plank, or whatever Rachel was going
I've
to
got
say.
boundless energy, lots of enthusiasm, and guess what? Something that you don't often have. Hope. You've got to keep hope alive, Peter.
Meanwhile, beneath them, of course, Captain Hook had not noticed that they were flying right above the place that the crocodile lay. The crocodile.
What's that I hear, Captain Hook? What do I hear? Let me turn it up a minute.
The crocodile reached inside himself and turned up his clock.
Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock.
No.
Notice there's 2 of them, Captain Hook. For I've got my darling Lenore with me.
Against his better judgment, Captain Hook looked down, and the mere sight of the crocodile caused him to let out a great shriek. And he was so frightened he sent Peter's blade tumbling into the air.
Whoa!
4 points, Peter!
It was then at that precarious moment that the mosquitoes returned and started accosting Hook, making him even more distracted than he already was. Yeah.
It doesn't seem like a fair fight now, does it? My daughter hasn't eaten. She's quite hungry. It's not really fun to beat someone up when it's not a fair fight, is it? Boys and girls? Does it seem fair to Captain Hook? No. Maybe some airspace and some more equal playing field for the both of us?
Why not? Why don't you like me?
You deserve to lose.
What? What have I ever done to you? Thank you very much. mission.
I don't mind flying somewhere else to fight.
All of the berry dust has been sucked out of you.
Here's a little bit more fairy dust.
Oh, that was a low blow.
What, giving you more fairy dust so you can fly longer, so you can fight longer?
Oh, sorry, I thought you were blinding me. You're really giving me a fair shake this time.
Flying away from the front door.
I flew out over a beautiful field of poppies, where the ground was smooth and flat and the air was clear. The perfect sight for fighting in the air.
I just realized we never really do anything together, do we?
You?
I mean, I guess I throw insults. That's true. But really, quality time, we never get a chance.
Quality time.
For example, did you know I read Kafka?
I don't know what that is.
It's a book.
Oh, I love stories.
It's a story.
It is a story.
killing
You know
us.
stories.
I know a few stories.
Don't give in, Peter. You sit cross-legged on the ground so bad.
Don't give in, Hook.
Besides telling stories, Peter loved a good story being read to him. It was delightful for his ears to hear.
It's been so long since I went and messed with someone in England. Tell me a story.
This story's about a country doctor.
Really?
Yes, whose horses are there, and he has to go do the medical practice, and then other horses appear, but they've got faces like skulls.
As he told the story, Hook felt himself getting more and more into it, until he was so enraptured in the story that you were both on a journey with this country doctor.
Later on, when the two of them would tell the respective story to their respective men or boys, they would tell of a great battle, of one in which they both seemed to gain the upper hand. But secretly, they would meet and the stories would be traded back and forth. Nice. Can't wait for part 75.
Nice to actually speak to someone that knows what it's like to be in the role of command.
And so it was that this was the one night in Neverland that did not end in a battle, but in a timid peace. And even the pirates and Lost Boys got along, as Billy and Smiles told each other of their dreams.
I'd like to open up a shop, just showing all my whale carvings.
That's nice, Billy. I'd like to buy something in that shop one day.
Next time I see you, Hook, gonna get that other hand.